God help me.
So did our boys break this time?
What?
John.
Just go to my office. John, the reason I called you here. Take a seat, will you? Reverend Beaumont dropped by a little while ago. He said your daughter is living in his church. Since when?
Since Tuesday.
This is very awkward. He gave me this. She signed it.
Is there a problem, boss?
No, it was actually.
This is Detective Bruce Kenner. It is October the 14th, 1990. You state your full name.
John Gray,
Yeah, and your occupation.
auto mechanic.
Okay, well, you already know me, I already know you, so why don't we not play any games and you can start by telling me why you're here.
Well, look, I'm really confused, and I've been thinking
about?
I've been thinking about this all night, and I've been praying.
Has that helped, praying?
Yeah. But I don't know, you see. Part of me says it's impossible. I don't remember anything. It's just impossible.
Right, and then what does the other part say?
Some things are obvious.
Such as?
First of all, I'm completely sure about one thing. Angela never lies. She'd never do that. Her mother was just like her, a saint. And I don't know, little details like not hugging or kissing me.
So she's been avoiding you.
Yeah. And then also the fact
John, cut the shit. Take your hat off, first of all.
What?
Take your hat off. Why do you think she was avoiding you, John?
Because I did it. I did it.
He admits it, but he doesn't remember doing it? I don't get it.
He's just stalling for time. We need to talk to the girl as soon as possible.
Reverend says she's withdrawn, she doesn't want to see anybody.
Well, I don't care about the Reverend, right? We need a psychologist.
A psychologist?
We need a good one.
Lean on him till he breaks. Do your thing.
It's child abuse, Chief. Mrs. Gray.
I'll make you some tea, okay?
Mrs. Gray. Did you know?
The Reverend called me and told me I talked to my son. He flew into a rage. He denied everything. Oh, Reverend, please, I need to see her.
We've already discussed that, Rose.
Right now, she'd rather stay at the church.
Mrs. Gray, do you think it'd be all right if I went and took a look at Angela's room?
It's upstairs.
Thank you.
It's the last door.
What?
It's the last door. Bruce. This isn't right. We need a warrant.
She gave us permission. What, are you asleep? Where's the son?
Roy? He left 2 years ago.
Where'd he go? You don't know.
You're a friend of the family and you don't know where he went.
They've already been through a lot. I wouldn't bring that up right now.
Mrs. Gray,
Have you heard from your grandson?
Not really. He calls sometimes to say he's okay. But
Why did he leave? You think he was running from his father?
I asked my son last night.
And what did he say?
He took my hand. And we prayed.
It's not an urban legend. The Satanists are here, living among us. And like any other religious group, they worship their lord, in this case the devil, and perform horrible rituals. Now the question we should ask ourselves is
How can you listen to this right
why
now?
is there no
Do
evidence?
you mind if I turn this off?
No, turn it off. It's your car.
John. I knew that he had problems, but molesting his daughter? Can't believe it.
Why not? Because you both go to the same church.
What if... I mean, what if it was a caress? You know, a show of affection? His daughter exaggerated it. It's kind of difficult, you know?
Really? It's not what I hear. Sir, she's a little shy.
I saw her grow up, Bruce. I mean, you've seen that house. You've seen the way that they live. And on top of that, she lost her mom. She had a pretty shitty life. Maybe she just trying to get away from it all. I don't know.
Well, still. I mean, you really think a 17-year-old girl's gonna put her dad in prison just because she wants to change her life?
We can't rule that out.
Right? You're right. Can't rule it out.
The boy calls his grandmother from a bar. Trace one of those calls, damn it. Don't call me again until you find it.
Well, his mental state appears to be normal.
I already told you that. The big question is, why the sudden amnesia? No one's gonna believe him. Bruce, Mr. Raines is here.
I don't think he's after anything.
What?
If he doesn't want a lawyer, then he isn't trying to protect himself, wouldn't you say?
I don't understand. Bruce!
Yeah, I'm right here.
Say that again, Professor, will you? I'm a bit of a dummy sometimes.
I don't think what John is doing is a strategy. On the contrary, I think he's trying to cooperate.
He keeps saying, I think I did it, but he speaks about it like he wasn't there.
No, and to a certain extent, he wasn't. You see, this is a man who has spent years trying to stop drinking, and he does it by giving in to faith, which is an explosive combination, because on the one hand, he goes too far, does awful things. On the other hand, he can't live with the awful things he's done. So now he can't find them in his head.
can't find them.
He's repressed them. The memories are obviously in there behind some door. It's not that difficult to find a key and free them. Provoke a regression.
Look, I'm not an expert, but I don't know. This all seems a little...
It seems a little strange, doesn't it? Yeah, I suppose. I often tell my students that the mind is a whole universe.
Yeah, I read an article about this.
Regressive hypnosis has made great progress, gentlemen. Anyway, I hope you didn't interrupt my classes to discuss these topics with me. Or did you?
I've been very confused ever since. My father ordered me not to tell anyone. He said, be a good girl, and the Lord will watch over you. But I know this is wrong. He touches me and forces me to have sex with him. I am scared. I don't know if I should.
Okay. John, again. Concentrate on that first sentence. Last year, my father started coming into my room.
Last year.
Remember what I said, John. Allow the pendulum to clear your mind. Look through it.
This is no use. How long are we gonna keep doing this?
Just one more time. Let yourself go. I want you to relax every muscle in your body. That sentence.
My father ordered me not to tell anyone. He said, be a good girl, and the Lord will watch over you.
And the Lord will watch over you. Yes, I said that. I said that to her plenty of times, but
He touches me and forces me to have sex with him? Right, your daughter wrote this, right? You realize that?
It's her handwriting, John. You yourself said that your daughter never lies.
No, she'd never lie. She would never lie to me.
Well, she must be lying. I mean, if you don't remember it, then she's
No,
lying.
but you... Oh, God. God, please, no. Oh, God, help me.
John. Behind the pendulum. Right behind.
Oh, wait. I think I see something.
Okay, John, tell us what you see.
It's in my house. And I'm moving. Jesus. It's like I was there.
Just to get it read again, please.
Last year, my father started coming into my room. I've been very confused ever since. He touches me and forces me to have sex with him.
I see her. She's sitting there on the bed. Oh. I'm on top of her. Oh, Jesus. God, no.
What are you doing to her?
I tied her hands to the headboard.
Can you see the rope?
Oh, yeah, it's a rope. It's a black rope.
Why is it black? Is it some type of ritual?
Hold on. No, Wait, I'm tying her feet.
Wait. You said He. Where are you watching this from?
Well, I'm right there. I'm standing right there by the bed.
Are you seeing yourself?
Well, yeah, well, I guess it has to be me, right?
No, that's not you, John. That's somebody else. Focus on the face.
What? Then why aren't I stopping it? What the hell am I doing there?
Somebody you let in. Somebody you must know.
Well, why aren't I stopping it? Jesus,
The
Angela!
face, John. It's someone you know.
I don't know who it is. It could be
John,
anybody.
who's been in your house in the last year?
I already know who it is, John. You mean to tell me that...
I guess I'm holding a camera. I'm taking pictures of him. Hold on just a second. I think I see. It's George.
George Nesbitt?
Okay.
George Nesbitt.
Oh.
Hey, George!
Hey, Bruce. How'd it go with John?
Where you going?
Where do you think? My shift is over. Is there a problem?
Your name came up.
My name? What'd you say?
You tell me. Huh, George? You tell me. What if I told you I just looked at all the photos? Would you tell me you did it then? We have the photos.
If you showed me... Oh, I get it. Wait, no, I'm not sure. This is all really weird.
Yeah, it's really weird. 5 minutes ago, I wouldn't have believed it, and now I think I want to kill you.
Oh.
Give me your gun.
Bruce, take it easy, okay?
Hey, I am taking it easy. Give me your gun.
What photos you...
Now you don't know what I'm talking about, huh?
Fucking asshole!
Son of a bitch!
Give me a break. You assaulted him without saying a word.
I would never do that, Katie, and you know that. You know he's lying.
That's enough. Nesbitt is my client now. And you know what? That whole thing about the photos, if you had them, you would already have showed them to me, don't you think? So who's the one lying here, Bruce?
Without saying a word, do you hear this bullshit, Chief? We need to talk to the girl. If she identifies him...
Yeah. Just hold your horses. Sometimes I wish I was like you, Bruce. For me, this is all... Nesbitt was one of our own. Just remember that, okay? Take your psychology.
Thanks, Chief. We're leaving.
He's a suspected Nesbit before John said his name. Why?
There was something off about him. I am a detective, Professor.
Ah, I see. Nevertheless, I'll have to ask you to please not interfere with my therapy again. I mean, you and your people can ask him anything you like, but after that, it's my turn.
Oh, hey. Hello, Angela. My name's Bruce. Bruce Kenner. Please, have a seat. We've actually met before, once in your father's workshop. You wouldn't remember, you were smaller. We just want to have a little chat. This is Professor Raines. He's our psychologist. All right, we're just gonna ask you a few questions.
I'm not crazy.
No, of course not.
The reason I'm asking so many questions is because we know there was someone else in the room. Your father told us.
But why? Why did he say that?
I need you to look at these photos closely.
I don't want to go on with this.
Angela, these people hurt you, and they could hurt someone else. Your father said something about a ritual. What's that all about? Would you like to write it down? Sometimes that helps.
Alone. I want to do it alone.
Okay.
She was always sad. Like she was shutting herself in. It was in one of our seminars. She just started crying all of a sudden. Then I realized it was like God had spoken to me.
I prefer to call that intuition, Reverend.
Call it whatever you want. But I knew it was her father. And that it had happened more than once.
Angela, These things they did to you when they summoned the devil. Who else was there with your father? Could you please tell me his name? You did great.
Well, I'm afraid I don't know anything about Satanism. Are you a man of faith?
I'm afraid I'm in no mood to answer that question.
Ah, agnostic. You want to believe, but you can't. That's where I went through that phase myself.
I got a hold of a copy. You branded her with an inverted cross. Now I'm starting to understand why you came to us. It wasn't to get away your wife's death. It was to desecrate our church.
Well, Reverend,
You don't know what I'm talking about. You don't remember the insults, or the torture, or the excremental. Okay, John. Just do us all a favor. Try.
Part of a ritual involving black magic. One of his accomplices could even belong to the Hoyer Police Department. And tonight, don't miss our
Wonderful.
special segment about this
That's what I call not causing a panic.
keep the people of this city in suspense.
Hello? Yeah, all right. What's up? Yeah, give me a second.
We used to consider satanic ritual abuse something from the Middle Ages or literary fantasy. But in the last few years, books like this one have opened our eyes.
They branded his sign on my back and said I was a slave. They made me attend their ceremonies for 15 years. One time I even saw them sacrifice
Yeah, all right, I'll see you tomorrow.
a baby. It's easier to think people aren't capable of doing things like this. It's very sad.
Okay. What?
Okay. Angela says that Nesbitt branded this on her stomach with a knife. John just corroborated it. But that's not all. Now he remembers something about a black cat and someone wearing a hood. You can imagine what I'm talking about. Satanic ritual abuse.
Yeah, boss, how long you detain George without any proof?
He's a cop. We can detain him as long as necessary.
Tom, find this book. Get everybody a copy.
Everybody?
It's by S. Cooper. She was on TV last night.
I make photocopies?
Just a copy, Tom.
We're poor. Have to say it.
Boss, I actually read that book, but it seemed like a pile of trash to me. Baby sacrifices and snuff movies, come on. The FBI would be all over something like that.
Really? What do you know about it? I mean, have you even bothered to call the FBI?
No, but
This case is a little bit more complicated than taking a stroll and handing out parking tickets. We have to be on point. No mistakes, even if it's just this one time.
what's that mean? What's that mean, just this one time? What's
Okay, enough. Enough. Come on. Get the job done. I thought this was a quiet town. Keep thinking of my granddaughters. Jesus. You don't look too good. You sleeping?
I just get the feeling with this case that...
What?
I don't know.
You get that look in your eye, it scares me.
It's a part of something bigger. You know, much bigger.
Chief.
Charlie, how many times have I told you knock first?
Sorry, Chief. We found him.
Who?
John's son, Roy. He lives in Pittsburgh.
Okay. Where the hell is Tom?
You ask him if our humble police department can afford 2 plane tickets to Pittsburgh.
Your father told us.
Why? Why did he say that?
I need you to look at these photos closely.
I don't want to go on with this.
Angela.
Make your wife listen to this over and over again.
We're separated.
Sometimes it helps.
Well, now you know why.
Hey, Roy.
A ritual. It's a great story.
Yeah, does it surprise you?
My father worships the devil. What would you think?
Hey,
Good girl.
tell why you ran away? To get away from him?
Why don't you ask him?
I did. That's why I'm here. What about your mother? Was she good to you?
Yeah. Well, she left us. She killed herself. Did you know that?
All I know is what it said on the report. It said it was a car accident, a lapse at the wheel.
My dad made her life hell for 20 years. He's a drunk, you know, that's probably not in the report. Then he got us all involved in that evangelical stuff, like that would make things better.
Yeah, why don't you tell us about that? Hmm? What was he like when he drank?
I don't understand.
Yes, you do. Why don't you tell me what he did to you and Angela?
Just forget it, okay?
I can understand how some of these things might be difficult.
There's things that didn't happen.
If they didn't happen, then why do you need to raise your voice to say it? You've been through something very traumatic, Roy. It's quite normal for the mechanisms of the brain.
Are you deaf? Huh?
All right, take it easy, okay? Sit in. We're just talking. Roy, I'm a police officer. Let me tell you what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a young man who doesn't speak to his sister, doesn't speak to his father, and is living in an abandoned building. What's wrong with you?
You need to stop fighting everybody and find your real enemy, the person who made you feel exactly like him. A loser. I have a very simple proposition for you, Roy. Let's go back to your bedroom to search your adolescence, even your childhood, and review all those moments that were weird.
Weird? What do you mean weird?
We're looking for someone in a hood, Roy.
Voices.
Where?
Behind the door, whispering.
Which door are you talking about?
It's my old room. It's opening. I see them. Wearing hoods.
Can you see your father?
I don't know. make out their faces?
Why not? Makeup, maybe.
Yeah, they look like witches.
What are they doing? Come on, you know.
I don't.
It's not what you think, Roy. It's what you don't want to think.
Oh. Stop.
Something doesn't fit. In his vision, Roy saw himself as a child, yes. And yet the sister says the abuse began only last year.
Yeah, but see, for me, that's a typical progressive revelation. For me, what doesn't fit is he said there were 6 people in his room. How'd he get 6 people in and out of that room without?
The grandmother.
I mean, she had John when she was barely 16 years old. Everybody knew she was into some bad stuff. I see no reason for us to rule her out.
Of course, I should have realized.
Some of us can use our heads too, Professor.
What's the meaning of all this? You already searched the house yesterday and today they're destroying it.
Stay calm.
Nobody's explained anything to me.
Rose, listen to me. None of this is necessary, all right? I'll talk to Brody, and right now we'll get these men out of your house.
Yeah? Well, then why don't you?
You know where the photographs are.
I talked to Roy,
And he told us.
You're lying! No, you're lying! My grandson did not.
She's been drinking.
How you doing, boss? Listen, Brody and I are going bowling later. You should join us. You gonna blow off some steam?
What?
You need to disconnect, boss.
Yeah, no thanks, boys. Don't you disconnect too much, all right?
Are you a police officer? Yes. Did you sexually abuse Angela Gray? No. Is today Friday? Yes. Did you sexually abuse Roy Gray? No.
An FBI report. I hate it when you're always right.
Were you born in the state of Minnesota?
This could be huge, Bruce. A cult of Satanists. They've suspected it for 7 years, ever since the book came out. They shelved it last month. Can you believe it? Take a look. Rumors about rituals everywhere, like they're connected. But not a shred of evidence whatsoever.
We'll find the proof. Kate just called me. If we don't find something, we're gonna have to release him.
What, Nesbitt?
It's the law, Bruce.
You mean to tell me this guy's part of a satanic cult, but we're gonna let him go? You're lying!
Kenner speaking. All I did was try to lift her shirt and she panicked.
Hey, Angela, it's Bruce. Bruce Kenner. Will you open the door? Listen, the doctor just wants to inspect your mark. What's wrong? I mean, would you prefer if it was a female?
It's not that.
What is it? Tell me. What is it?
If I show it to you, they'll kill me.
You listen to me. Right now, it's incredibly important that you tell us everything. All right? We think that your grandmother... Come on, there were more people there with painted faces. Why won't you confirm it?
The devil's on their side.
The devil doesn't exist. There's good people, okay? And there's bad people, and unfortunately, these people are real scum. But good people like you are stronger than they are. Yes, you are. People say that you're shy, but I don't see that. I see someone who is incredibly brave. Someone who's been through living hell and made it stop all by yourself. Now you just need to take one more step, okay? Trust me.
They'll kill you too. headed for my dad's workshop. After a while, I heard a knock at the door. They were gonna break it down like the other times. So I opened it.
Who were they?
It was my grandmother. Dressed like them. She took me downstairs. She had this weird smile on her face, like
She was drugged.
yeah. I saw that we were headed for my dad's workshop. I could hear chanting and squealing inside. It was a black mass. I knew they were doing stuff in the corners. Like fornicating, torture. There was blood everywhere. There was a woman with a pitcher. She said, "This isn't happening. It's all a dream." But there was like this altar. And my grandmother said, "Look at your dad. It's his big night." Then they brought out a baby. They each brought out a knife. And they started stabbing it. And they started eating it. I know they did this to other mothers in the sect. They burned their remains and buried them on my dad's property. They've got to be there. Please find them. They've got to be there.
Can't open the bottom letter, okay? So just the grass, just
How long is
first
it gonna
2-3 inches.
Okay. Very big. We gotta do it in sections.
Yeah, right.
First,
So
we gotta
how long?
locate the place where digits.
How long is it gonna take, Fred?
I don't know, Bruce. Maybe a month.
You know, you're all awesome about not making any mistakes. Then what are you doing? You come down here and
We
you're rushing
don't
me.
have a month! Farrell, do you have any idea what we are up against?
No, why would I? Why would I, Bruce? You're the one with all the answers. All right?
All right, you're right. You're right. Okay? Give this a listen. I already have it memorized. Okay? Knock yourself out.
Well, the FBI, boss.
The FBI is not going to lift a finger until we have some hard evidence, so we are on our own.
We got another call. Wake Park, about 20 people in dark clothes. Somebody heard weird music.
Send someone over.
Probably those goths again.
Who do we send, Chief? Everybody's here.
Find someone, Tom. Call the DA and tell him we can't keep this up. And shut that damn door.
All right. Professor Rains?
Well, John is responding well to therapy, but he hasn't been able to identify any of the faces that he sees.
Think he's trying to buy time?
No. I don't think so.
You know, Chief, I don't think he's telling us everything. Let me talk to him a bit, work him, try to get something out of him.
Charlie, as usual, you don't know what you're talking about. Keep your mouth closed.
Angela, what are you doing here? Are you all right?
I was looking for you.
All right, well... Please, sit in.
You're not gonna believe me.
What happened?
I think they were following me. Just now as I was leaving the bookstore.
Well, who was?
I don't know who they are. But I could feel them mixed in with everyone on the street, just watching me. You don't believe me.
It's not that, Angela. Please, sit down. Half the city is in shock right now. I went to your father's workshop the other day, and I saw everything. I was terrified. It was just suggestion.
My mother was followed. She told me just before the accident.
Hey, your brother told us. I should get your statement.
I don't want to burden anyone.
You're not a burden. All right, it's my job to protect you. Let me go get my recorder, and I'll be right back. You okay? Thank you, but
It's to protect you.
All right. Appreciate it.
My dad said you were a jerk. That you always complained when he fixed your car.
Sometimes I get pissed off when people don't do their job well. I mean, I'm not exactly what you might call a nice guy, you know?
Yes, you are. To me, at least. Good night.
Good night. And hey, thank you.
o'clock between Maine and Timothy.
And what exactly did your mother tell you?
It was one of their tactics. They blend in with people on the street and start staring at someone.
What for?
It's a death threat.
How did she know?
She never said. But she died right after. Sometimes they'd call in the middle of the night and hang up. That's a warning.
A warning?
Yeah, it's like an invitation to be one of them.
So much depravity. So much evil. How does he fool us? Just when I thought my life was back on track and my mother and I are away from temptation, from the devil, that's right when I was closest to him.
You don't know. John. You really don't know.
Bruce.
Huh? You had no idea what you're getting into. There's no devil. John, there's only you. You're the devil. What about your wife? You ready to confess to killing her?
No, I didn't. Well, it was an accident.
Bullshit! The threats, the anonymous phone calls, people stalking her. You didn't know anything about that. John, quit praying and drawing things and give me names.
Are you sure you can handle this?
What are you talking about?
Well, this case is affecting everyone. It's affecting you as well, so there's no need to play the tough guy.
Look, half the cops on this case are dragging ass because I put one of our own behind bars. The other half are complete idiots to begin with. That's what's affecting me.
What about the nightmares? Are you going to tell me you're the only one not having any?
Oh, no, I'm having them. Luckily, we all have you to take care of us, Professor.
Angela, clear something up for me and these gentlemen. Why did you let the Reverend tell me what your father did? Why? If you already knew I was involved.
Because you don't remember, Grandma. I thought I was going crazy. Because you'd walk around as if everything was normal. But then I realized
that's a lie! Rose. I want to talk to my grandson, to Roy. He knows me. He knows that I would never do such a thing.
It's your own son that's telling us all this, Rose. Do you understand that? Your own son.
Why don't you take another look at John's drawings and see if there's something...
I don't kill babies. I know who I am.
Well, Rose, I think you and I should go on with the therapy.
you just don't remember.
I know who I am.
I know who I am!
I think I'd better take you home. Come, Rose.
You will pay for this!
You're right. This case is getting to me. It's just we've had absolutely no progress. And nothing. It's impossible.
There are too many pieces here. John blocked his memory because they defied his morality, and his son Roy is a defense mechanism. All right. Very well. But now, Rose.
You're the one who said the mind is the whole universe.
Oh, God, I say that crap sometimes.
What about from a non-scientific standpoint?
Non-scientific. Well, what are you implying? They were all possessed by the devil.
Just trying to keep an open mind.
It wasn't you, Rose. It was his will. He's the one we're up against.
You can't be too careful. The men and women who have sworn to serve Satan will do anything to spread the fear among us. No one feels safe, knowing that there are individuals out there who are
Yeah, Chief, I'm watching it.
For those of you who missed our special episode last week, here's a clip of the ship.
Who is this? Hello? Hello?
I saw them kill all kinds of animals. One time I even saw them sacrifice a baby. I know they took photos and videotaped it. It's easier to think people are capable of doing things like this.
We recall the case in Jordan, Minnesota, and the case of Paul Ingram in Olympia, Washington, who was accused of being a Satanist. This could easily mean that satanic activity has branched out, creating a network as terrifying as it is invisible. We asked Professor Jennings, an expert in demonology, to explain to us what exactly we're up against when we talk about Satan.
Well, that's the root of the problem. You see, we think we live in modern times, protected in our homes with alarms in our modern cars. But it's the eternal battle. The devil will do everything in his power to make us forget that he exists. It's much easier to fall into his trap when you don't even suspect his existence.
You believe the devil is a real entity?
Lucy? Lucy. Kitty, 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 kitty. Lacy. Kitty,
Kitty, kitty, kitty, kitty. Come on, kitty. What's wrong with you? You silly cat. Come out of there. Come on, will you? Come on, Lacey.
Filthy liar! You know what you did? You killed those kids! That fucking bitch!
You're a filthy liar! You know what you did! You killed them!
Don't deny it now! Fucking bitch!
Did you look at that window? Looks like she was trying to get away.
You see what I tell you, man?
You said somebody pushed her and the house is clean.
You know exactly what I said.
What's going on, Charlie?
Boss, I never really believe in this sort of stuff.
But?
But I'm starting to think this won't help.
Those people are just flesh and bone.
I'm not talking about people, boss.
We're waiting for her to confess. So right now she'll stay in the hospital.
I feel like this is all my fault.
No, God.
It's true. I've ruined their lives, Bruce.
Please don't say that again.
You don't understand. I know I should hate them. But they're my family. I talk to her every day. She left us. All of us. Despite everything my dad put her through. You don't believe, do you? In praying?
I believe in you, Angela. I do. I really do.
You're all I've got, Bruce.
I'm sorry.
I've never...
No, listen. Listen, forgive me. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to go. What are you doing, Bruce? What are you doing?
All right.
What happened?
They hounded me. So I wouldn't tell what I did to you.
Grandma, you never did anything to me. You were always good to me. You accepted me as I am.
Horrible things. Horrible things. I know that now.
I don't want you talking to her anymore.
Well,
You're making her crazy.
What happened?
You really think she saw the devil?
Right. She suffered a spontaneous regression. What we need to do now is separate the real from the imagined.
Okay, she started drinking again. She's delirious. Delirious!
Roy.
You're a fraud. Just like him. You think I don't remember? Always preaching, sticking your nose into other people's lives like you did with mine, you and your fucking church.
Right.
I'm very sorry you feel that way, Roy. Will you at least come and see your sister? I should go.
I get a better idea. Why don't you all just go? Leave us alone.
He's only trying to protect Rose. We have to talk to him again.
You don't know what you're up against. Don't you see it? He's with them now. And I don't think even he knows it. All of this is Satan's work.
Oh, come on.
I'm talking about evil. Evil itself.
Evil itself. Listen, Reverend.
The devil will do the same thing to you as he's doing to John's family. He'll find a way to confuse you, to tempt you. I've already handed out quite a few at the station.
You did what?
It can't do any harm. Good night.
Why don't you just admit it?
Admit what?
That you're scared to death. You're not using your head anymore.
Brains.
What exactly did your mother tell you?
It was one of their tactics. They blend in with people on the street and start staring at someone.
What for?
It's a death threat.
Hello? Hello? Listen, I am sick.
Sometimes they'd call in the middle of the night and hang up. That's a warning.
A warning.
Yeah, it's like an invitation to be one of them.
Bruce? Are you all right?
Where am I?
Tell him he's ready.
That's bad. This can't be real.
Of course it's not real.
You're in custody.
It's not happening, Bruce. Come on. Walk slowly.
Hold him. He's still a bit dizzy.
What are you all doing in my house? Get out of my house. Get out of my house.
This is not your house. You're dreaming, Bruce. This isn't real. It's only a dream. Our secret recipe. Go on, drink.
No, I'm not one of you. I'm not one of you. I'm not one of you!
Morning.
Just pretty sweet.
What are you doing here? What the fuck are you doing here? Hey! Hey! Jesus Christ, Bruce! This man is under arrest! Get off me! Who authorized his release? Get the fuck off me!
He came here to pick up his stuff. They released him yesterday afternoon. I tried to call you, but you never answered your phone.
Why did
Because
you
he
release
passed
him?
the polygraph twice. Polygraph? We had no choice. I mean, that's the deal we had with his lawyer. We had no
I
choice.
know! He's lying, Chief. I know it.
Bruce, relax. Relax, okay? He's never gonna work here again.
Look, may I? It's not just the test. We got back the results of Angela's medical report, and the marks superficial. It was recent. It was probably self-inflicted.
No, I saw.
Oh, for Christ's sake, Bruce, you're not a doctor.
Yeah, but I saw.
You saw wrong.
It's typical in trauma victims to want to strengthen their testimony by adding little details.
Who signed this report, huh? Do we know who they are?
Bruce.
No, they may already be among us. I don't believe it. I don't believe any of it.
I've got my hands full with these guys out here. Please, don't let all this get to you. Not to you.
What? Not you said you were being watched in the street today. Have you seen yourself in the mirror recently?
Why don't you just go home and forget about the case for a few days? Something's happening to you.
October the 14th, 1992.
John Gray.
Hugging her, kissing me. Right. So she's been avoiding you.
Yeah. And then also the
John. Cut the shit. Okay, take your hat off.
Yeah. And then also the
John. Cut the shit. Okay, take your hat. She's been avoiding you.
Yeah. And then also the
John. Cut the shit. Okay, take your... I interrupted you. You were making a list of things that were obvious, and I cut you off. What is it you were gonna say? What made you feel guilty?
Well, I think it had to do with my son, Roy. He's, I mean, just saying the word makes me sick.
What word?
He's a sodomite.
He's a what?
And that's why I kicked him out.
What? That means he's gay?
No, well, at church, we call them sodomites. Those are sins that people always learn from some pervert. And then when Angela started accusing me, I saw it clearly. It was me. I was the pervert.
Wait a second. Are you telling me that you're taking the blame for sexually abusing your daughter because your son is gay?
Yeah.
John, and you waited to tell me that until now?
Why are you angry?
Now to tell me?
Why are you so angry?
God, John!
I'm only trying to help you.
Bullshit! You're trying to help me. What are you playing games with me?
No, sir, I'm not.
Hey, look at me! Are you playing games?
No, I never lied to you, sir. You don't think I want to put an end to all of this? I'd do anything, Bruce. Anything to pay for what I've done to my children. And I don't know what else to do.
second. Can you just listen to me? These dogs, please shut up! Look at this, please. You see this picture? I thought I knew her. I was sure that I knew her, but it's an advertisement, obviously, right? It's been up all over town.
Yes.
It's a drawing, right? But ever since the case began, I've been thinking about her, but I put her there. I don't know her. She's not even real. What if the regressions are the same thing? Right? They're not memories. They're fantasies. They're induced fantasies.
Induced by who?
By us. By the therapy, by police, by the media. We bombard them with the same things over and over. And their imagination just does the rest. We're not freeing their memories. This is a nightmare produced by all of us.
Collective hysteria.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. What about Nesbitt? You know he's guilty. Are you doubting that now?
No, George Nesbitt is guilty, but maybe...
Maybe what?
I don't know.
Stop clutching at straws.
I'm not clutching at straws. I'm trying to find the truth.
You're demolishing my work.
Okay.
All right?
No.
This is science.
Yeah.
This is science!
I'm starting to use my head again.
Goodbye, Professor. Nesbitt, what did you do, huh? What did you do? Get over there! Let me see your faces. Both of you, let me see your faces! You had it coming. For ruining his life, you bastard. His life? They just let him go. What, you come over here to celebrate?
What am I supposed to do now, huh? What about my career?
Your career? Shit.
Fine, yeah, I made some mistakes, but I shouldn't have to pay for all this.
Yeah, man, you got what you wanted. The Stooges for your bullshit case. You'll get a medal. All right, listen to me. Listen to me right now. I'm not gonna report this. All right, this stays between us. Just tell me what you know already, Nesbit.
Tell you what?
What you kept from us. What only you know about.
Only me. I told you that day in the car. Am I right?
I need to speak with Angela.
What happened?
I've solved the case. We've got them all. I'll get her. Hello, Angela.
Did you really?
Nesbit gave us all the names. Yeah. I know. No, come on. Sit in. Sit in.
Everything will be fine.
Angela, I know something terrible happened to you. And I understand why maybe you didn't want to tell me this until now. Nesbit says they got you pregnant. That they wanted you to have a baby for the sect.
Andrea, don't hold anything back. Tell us everything.
He also told us that there was a ceremony where they gave you an abortion. Please tell me they didn't put a fetus in... Angela.
What is the meaning of this?
What's the meaning of it? It means I made it all up.
Why are you lying?
Angela, you have been playing us from the start. All right, was it you? You were the one who was calling my house?
I didn't call anyone.
Yeah, you were calling my house. Do you know what Nesbit really told me? He told me that you hate your family. That you think they're all a bunch of drunk losers and that your mother killed herself because she couldn't take it anymore.
That's a lie.
You really opened up to George. And then you guys were sleeping together, right? I mean, and when he told you that he would never run away with a minor and you saw that your life was going to be just like your mother's, you decided to change it. Why were you crying that day at the seminar?
I already told you why your father raped her.
Can I talk to you for a second?
What are you doing?
Just come speak with me for 1 second. Next time you hear the voice of God, don't call us.
Are you out of your mind? Open this door right now!
You just told us exactly what we wanted to hear while getting rid of your family, isn't that right, Angela? And then you went too far, and now you can't stop, isn't that right?
Who's gonna believe you, Bruce? Especially when I tell everyone what you did in the cemetery. In front of my mother's grave.
You just offended someone who loved you very much.
I offended you. You think I care?
I was talking about your mother. Get out of my church. You were right, Reverend. Get out! It does exist. Evil itself.
Now, the police have no leads, which is very common in cases of satanic ritual abuse. But that begs the question, where's the proof?
The devil knows where the proof is. To make us believe that he doesn't exist.
I saw what they did. They'd kill babies and sometimes they ate them. Then they'd burn their remains and bury them on my dad's property. They said they'd kill me. I chose to speak out about this so that people know the truth. This is so much bigger than what it seems. I only hope people realize the enormous danger we're in. People need to believe us. Believe us.
That's the scariest part. We believed it. Hey. You did good. Let's go.
Angela must have read it. Or else she saw one of those shows she's doing interviews on now. Doesn't matter, it's all trash. The rest are just outbreaks of panic like the one we had here. The FBI had already filed all this.
But I don't get, what about my visions? And my mother's and Roy's. They all match. How is that even possible?
You saw what we made you believe, and we believed what you saw. We just went around in a circle. The tortures, the photographs, the sacrifices. We all just made it up. I spoke with the DA, all right? And listen. Nobody wants to take the blame for this mess, okay? So they're gonna want you to confess to child molestation, but you can't do it because they don't have a case. The only one who should be worried right now is Angela.
No, you just leave Angela
Well,
alone. Yeah,
John,
please leave her alone. First you said I was the devil. Remember? All those years drinking and destroying myself and not taking care of my family until Emily...
John, you have to stop punishing yourself.
Emily gave up. My wife gave up. And Angela never complained. She never said anything. All this hate now, it's my fault. I'm the one that made her into this.
I am the one who failed here. Don't you see? From the beginning, I couldn't see what was happening. I thought that this case, that I was the only one. That was so stupid, John. Please, you have to at least let me help you get out of here.
You really want to help me?
Yes.
Then you tell the DA I plead guilty.
No, John, you get a minimum of 5 years.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. As long as you leave Angela alone. Don't go after her. She'll realize I'm doing this for her to protect her. And that way, maybe one day, she'll hate me less. And that's all I want. See?
Dad.